Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Ringo TV Reactions. I'm your host, Ringo. We are back again with another one. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Breaking news. Yeah. Chris Brown arrested. Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Entertainer, singer Chris Brown arrested in England over alleged bottle tossing incident. Let's talk about it. You know, a lot of people are celebrating that Chris Brown was arrested, and I just don't get it. I mean, just judging by some of the comments, it's like, and you know, guys, we got to really talk about this because this can affect us too. How many of you folks have haters? Put a 1. If you got haters in your life that are just waiting and praying for you to fall, put a 1 in the chat. Because we got to talk about this, man. It's just really sick. I'm looking at the comments under the article about Chris Brown and appreciate everybody putting the 1s because we all got these kind of people. Check out the comments. GONYC says, this is great news. Notice, Chris Brown gets arrested. A person come in and says, this is great news. Maybe he'll finally pay for all the horrible things he's done. But I doubt he'll do any significant jail time. Do you see how people are waiting for you to fall? Now, keep in mind, Rihanna already forgave Chris Brown. Y'all remember the video clip where Chris Brown was there and Rihanna was walking by and she gave him a nice hug, and you know, we were all happy to see that moment. Well, that was Rihanna saying, look, Chris, you did some things, you were young. People forget, they keep forgetting Chris Brown was a young guy, and he made some bad choices. But you got to give it up. The man is very talented. Chris Brown is a very, very talented artist. Very talented. Anybody that would say that Chris Brown is not talented, you're living under a rock. The guy is a very talented man. And he made some mistakes. We talked about it in the past. I clowned him a little bit back in the day. But at the end of the day, Rihanna forgave Chris Brown. And if Rihanna forgave Chris Brown and you're still holding ill will and hate for him, you're a sick person. So what I'm trying to show you is, look at how these people in the comments are so happy that he got locked up. Look, a bunch of hoodlums. I mean, their usernames normally fit who they are. He said, good, lock him up too. Do you see this, guys? Do you see how people are happy when you get locked up? This is crazy, man. Craven says, slap on the wrist. They don't jail people there for knife crimes. This is crazy, man. But anyway, let's get into the content. Appreciate everybody stopping by. Be sure to click the like button if you enjoy the show. We're going to have a little talk about this situation. So Chris Brown was arrested in England. We're reading out of TMZ. It says Chris Brown is in trouble with the law again. The R&B singer was arrested Thursday in the United Kingdom over a bottle throwing incident at a nightclub 2 years ago. TMZ has confirmed. So basically, the singer was arrested due to a situation that went down 2 years ago, where there is an alleged bottle throwing incident at a nightclub. So they said that they arrested him. The article goes on and it says Brown was taken into custody at a hotel in Manchester, England, early Thursday morning on suspicion of grievous bodily harm. according to law enforcement sources. It's amazing how you can do something 2 years ago or whatever the case is, and then they're arresting you today. Like, I don't know what kind of world we live in. Did they change the laws where now they can arrest you for stuff that it makes no sense? It really makes no sense, guys. You know. Let's see what else we got. The Sun reported Brown was busted hours after he flew into town on a private jet landing in Manchester Airport. We're told the arrest stems from a violent incident that reportedly took place at Tape nightclub in the Mayfair section of London on February 19th, 2023. Brown allegedly clashed with music producer A.B. Dow and is accused of attacking him with a bottle. This is crazy, man. At the time, Dio, I don't even know how to pronounce that name. Let me see if my audio pronouncer can pretty much do that. Let me see. See if this works.
Diao.
Diao? Okay. Diao told The Sun that Chris smashed him over the head with a bottle and then punched and kicked him. So basically, they're trying to bring some more dirt on Chris Brown. You know, he just got his name cleared with the Rihanna situation. We all saw the apology. We all saw, well, not necessarily the apology. I didn't see that, but we all saw at the some event that was taking place, and we saw that Rihanna gave him a nice little hug, and everybody was happy about it. We could tell that Chris was relieved that she kind of forgive him. At least we can assume that she forgive him for what he had did back in the day. And we all move forward. You know what I'm saying? He's talented. Rihanna's talented. They all seem to have made up. Okay, cool. Now they're bringing new dirt. Now they're trying to make him out to be a man who attacked people with bottles, and he punched people in the back of the head. And it's just a messed up situation. So it says Diao, whatever his name is, The Sun, that Chris, let's go back. Let's backtrack. We're told the arrest stems from a violent incident that reportedly took place at Tape nightclub in a Mayfair section of London on February 19th, 2023. Brown allegedly clashed with music producer A.B. Dowie and is accused of attacking him with a bottle. At the time, Dowie told The Sun that Chris smashed him over the head with a bottle and then punched and kicked him. Let's see, Ryan J. Danshed. I don't know what's going on with these people's names, man. They have some weirdo names, bro. Attorney in his lawsuit, in 2023 lawsuit against Brown, tells TMZ, we can confirm that Chris Brown was involved in an incident with our client. It seems like everybody trying to get money. That's what I'm seeing here. I think this is another money grab, because when you think about this, from 2023, we're in 2025, and now we want to play these little games. Everybody's out to get money, guys. So that means Chris Brown must be doing pretty well for himself, because you would have thought all of this would have took place in 2023. But no, they wait for 2025 to come arrest him. Make it make sense. It says we can confirm that Chris Brown was involved in an incident with our client, and the injuries sustained are serious. So let me get this straight. The injuries were sustained in 2023, but you're telling us that these injuries are very, very serious in 2025. Make it make sense, guys. It's a money grab based on what I'm seeing. What do you think, guys? Do you think this is a money grab? Do you think that they're trying to get some money out of Chris Brown? I mean, why are they talking about injuries in 2025? His injuries healed. We should have moved on. This doesn't make any sense, guys. So, moving on, it goes back and it says that the injuries he sustained are serious. We are pursuing all legal remedies to hold him accountable. Now, what that translates into is we're trying to get money out of his pocket. Why? Because it says we're pursuing all legal remedies. So what they trying to do? Get money out of his pocket. So if you see any other content creator talking about this, they got it from Ringo TV. They're basically trying to shake down Chris Brown for a settlement. That's what they're looking for. They're not looking for prison time. They're not looking for none of that stuff, because if that was the case, it would already happened already. Why now? Because whoever got hit over the head with the bottle is salty and butthurt, and they figure, look, since everybody's cashing in, let me try to get my attorneys to pursue all legal remedies to hold him accountable. It goes on and it says, at this time, we will let the facts speak for themselves through the proper legal channels. We've reached out to Chris reps. So far, no word back. So basically, they tried to reach out to Chris Brown's rep, and there has been no response. Well, I wouldn't even respond either. You know what I mean? It don't even make no sense. But the entertainer appears to not be fazed by this. This is just another money grab, guys. Just another money grab of some clown trying to take Chris Brown down so that he could get some cash, and whatever the case is. And it's just unfortunate that in this time, you got so many people doing this, man. It's like it's a trending thing now to go after anybody to get cash. I mean, man, some of y'all probably afraid to make money because if you do, somebody's coming after you. You know, a lot of you folks out there got enemies that, you know, they don't like you and, you know, they're just waiting for you to get rich so they can file a lawsuit. It's crazy, man. But anyway, guys, we just wanted to report the news to you. Good people on what's going on. And again, if you're joining in on the show, be sure to click the like button, ladies and gentlemen. We need everybody to participate on the show. If you like the content, if you like the commentary, if you just like hanging around here, click the like button, guys. It's very important. So before we go, let's talk about the haters of Chris Brown and how that affects you. Now, once the news dropped that Chris Brown was arrested, I took a listen, or should I say read, at the comments. You know, it's something I love to do. Anytime there's some sort of drama, I go straight to the comments because that's where all the mess is at. And lo and behold, people are in the comments hating. This is great news. How is it great news to hear that somebody got arrested and you don't even know the facts? It's crazy how much haters we actually have. And here's the thing, guys. Even though these people that commented under his video are haters, right? Think about how many people in your life hate you. And they sit around just like this. Just like this, guys. When you see people that you don't even know in comment sections saying this is great news that somebody got arrested, think about the people that are in your life right now. Think about that. Think about this, guys. Think about how many people that are behind the scenes, plotting, waiting for you, co-workers that see you come to work every day, punching that clock, and they're praying for you to lose your job. They're plotting on you to lose your job every day. You got those kind of people in your life, y'all. Some of you are standing next to your coworker right now while listening to this video, and that person is a demon. You know what I mean? No, Rihanna has nothing to do with this, guys. Let me see. Peaches says, is Rihanna behind it all? I do not trust her. Nah, I don't think that she's behind this because she have nothing to do with this. I mean, we gotta, look, guys, we gotta be logical. First of all, he was arrested in England. Number two, it has to do with a bottle incident that involves Chris Brown, allegedly. That has nothing to do with Rihanna, right? If we look at all the tapes and all the situation, Rihanna already forgave Chris Brown. See, here's the thing with society, guys. We on the internet are so, I don't even know what kind of word to use to describe how people are. It's like we act like we never did nothing. Could any of you folks that are viewing right now, could any of you send me a DM message with all of the filthy, disgusting, dark things you've done in your past? Could you send me a DM with all your dirt so I can publicize it? I don't think I'll get any DMs. And that's my point. We know what Chris Brown did to Rihanna back in the day. We know what he did. That's because we know, but we don't know what you did. We don't know what you did. See, if we would know what you did all the days of your life, you wouldn't even show your face on social media because we know what you did. You see my point? So we got to learn how to move on. Chris was a younger man back then. He was not who he is today. He's grown now. And Rihanna moved on, got herself together, got some kids. She forgave Chris Brown. Chris Brown and her had a little hug moment at an event. It looked very genuine. Okay, it's time to move on. But these people that are against Chris Brown, it's because of that Rihanna situation. It's not because of nothing else. They're still holding him to what went down with Rihanna. But now, if I were to go into those people's lives, the people that post those comments, and look at their dirt, I guarantee you it's disgusting. And that's the problem. It's easy for us to talk about somebody else's dirt, but we forget about our own. I'm not saying that Chris Brown is innocent. I'm not defending him. What I'm saying is we got to learn how to move on, guys. We got to learn how to move on. If Rihanna moved on and we saw that little video clip that went viral, then we got to move on too. Now, I got a lot of content coming up, ladies and gentlemen, about the Diddy Cassie situation. A lot of people may get upset with me. At the same time, I got to do what I got to do, guys. I got to do what I got to do. When it comes to the Diddy situation, because I'm going to be talking about that a little later on, I don't listen, guys. You have to listen very carefully, right? So let me preface this a certain way. Listen very carefully now. I'm not defending P. Diddy. Did you get that? No, I'm not defending P. Diddy. Right? Okay. Now, what I am going to be talking about is what no content creator is talking about. That's why you're supposed to be subscribed over here, guys, because on Ringo TV Reaction, we use logic. If P. Diddy is guilty of anything moving forward, it's the fact that he beat and abused Rihanna at the hotel. That's it. I'm just going to say it. I don't care who get mad. There is nothing else that P. Diddy did other than what we seen at the hotel. Let that marinate, y'all, because here's the thing, guys. We're not being fair. We're not being fair. I'm looking at what's going on in the media concerning the Diddy situation, and I realize what it is. They're just trying to destroy that man completely by making us hate him through the court of public opinion. Yes, from the court of public opinion, Diddy looked like a monster. But if we're going to focus on anything, let's focus on the facts. What exactly did he do illegally? What did he do? The only thing that I see that he has done was beat Cassie in the hall, which is similar to what we've seen with a lot of people. We seen Chris Brown do things. We seen who else? There was another guy that had an incident in an elevator. Who was that guy that was in an elevator? Was it? I don't want to say who it is because I don't want to put nobody out there, but there was a situation that somebody was in an elevator and they were dragging somebody in the elevator that had some issue. And I don't know who it was. It was an artist. No, it wasn't Jay-Z. It wasn't Jay-Z. Not that situation with the sister. It was somebody else, guys. It was somebody else that was doing that. I'm trying to figure out who it was. It was somebody that was in the elevator. Quavo? Yeah, it was Quavo. It was Quavo. Okay, now look, Quavo did that, guys. So now think about all the people that had incidents similar to the Diddy situation. We're going to talk about this in other videos, guys, but I'm just going to kind of give you a little intro to what we're going at, because I believe that Cassie is doing a bad move right now. I believe that she's guilty of a lot of things, and I talked about that in previous videos. She's not a victim, guys, because here's the thing. This woman received over $20 million settlement from Diddy. So at this point, why are we still talking about the situation with her and Diddy? What are they doing? Shouldn't we be talking about what kind of crimes Diddy did in terms of sex trafficking and various other things? Shouldn't we be focusing on the facts? I think that what they're doing is just trying to destroy another black man. And again, I'm not defending Diddy, man. Y'all got to listen carefully, guys. Y'all really got to listen carefully. Look at Tory Lanez. We got an update that we got to do with Tory Lanez. Some new information came out with Tory Lanez. We got to talk about that, right? We got to talk about that later as well. It's a lot of news, guys. A lot of stuff that's coming down the pipeline that I got to talk about. There's a lot of men that are in prison that don't belong there. They just finished stabbing up Tory Lanez 14 times. That man did not commit no crimes, guys. I told you this in my videos. And notice this, guys. When I told y'all about the Tory Lanez situation, I told y'all he didn't do nothing. And then later on in the day, they came out with new evidence, guys. New evidence that clears Tory. So basically, Tory Lanez will be released from prison soon, guys. You heard it here on Ringo TV Reactions. They're going to be releasing Tory Lanez soon. There's new information that clears his name, guys. The man never did nothing. He never shot Megan Thee Stallion, man. He never did. I told you guys. So although Diddy might be a weird guy, he might be into his freak-offs, how could we judge him for his freak-offs? Let's just be honest, guys. Let's just be honest. We're all adults over here, right? Are we adults? Put a 1 in the chat if we're adults. I just wanted to know. We're adults over here, right? I just need to make sure that the audience is adults. I need to make sure. Okay, so we got a couple of 1s, so we're adults. All right, now, most of us as adults can recall we've been to a lot of parties, right? Some of you that have been partying in the 90s, in the early 2000s, we've been to a lot of parties. We got drunk. We did a lot of stuff. We were wilding out, right? Okay, so we did a lot of stuff. Some of us had one-night stands. Some of us did some dirt. You know, we all did dirt, right? Okay, now, if you're a multi-million dollar man, you're a P. Diddy, you want to have your freak-off parties, whatever, even if it's weirdo stuff, even if Diddy is into sleeping with men, even if he's like seeing his woman getting banged by men, whatever the case is, right? That's his personal life. Let's just be real. Let's just keep it a buck, guys. We're entertained by the fact about the freak-offs. We're entertained by it. But let's just think about this. What crime did he commit? What crime did he commit? Okay, he's a freaky guy. He's into men. He's into women. He's a weirdo. I get it. He's a weirdo. At the same time, what crime did he commit? The only thing he did was beat Cassie in the hall, at least from what we saw. And we're going to examine that also, ladies and gentlemen. So the way I'm going to be examining this case with the trial of P. Diddy is from the aspect and the position of logic. What crime did he commit? What law did he break? They talked about sex trafficking. They talk about this. They talked about that. Okay, why aren't they focused on that in the court? Why are they focused on Cassie? Didn't she just get a settlement? So why is she violating the agreement? Guys, we got to think logical about this. We got to think logical about this, guys. No, you can't listen at, I think that's Shapira. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name. My apologies. But my point is this. You said domestic abuse. Look, we got to think logical, guys. The trial with P. Diddy is not about domestic anything. They're using a pregnant woman. Didn't I tell you guys this? Didn't I tell you that by them bringing in a pregnant woman, it's to sway the jurors? Didn't I tell you guys this? Come on, man. Y'all got to listen. Ringo TV is always on point, guys. I told y'all this. This woman, Cassie, got a $20 million settlement from Diddy due to the situation that happened in the hotel. So that case is over. Why are we talking about that? It's not about no domestic stuff. They're using that to crucify a man. I understand, guys, that Diddy is a weirdo. I understand that he's into the freak-offs and the oils and all this other mess. We get it already. But what crime did he commit? Because the situation with Cassie was settled out of court. She got $20 million. And this woman is on a stand testifying against him about the freak-offs and this and that. Come on, y'all. We got to look at this thing for what it is. They're crucifying a man. And again, I'm not trying to defend this man. He's a weirdo. If we're going to hold him accountable for anything, it's because he beat Cassie in the hall. But at the end of the day, when Cassie was receiving her settlement, she wasn't pushing for Diddy to go to jail. She was not pushing for Diddy to be arrested and charged for what he did at the motel. She was concerned about the money. So why is she taking the stand? Come on, guys. You got to look, guys, I know Diddy is a weirdo. He's a weirdo. We all agree. He loves baby oil. He loves freak-offs. He's possibly gay. I get it. He likes seeing his woman gargle urine. Okay. But at the end of the day, what crime did he commit? Guys, we have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to talk about today. I got my work cut out for me. I got to take care of the yard. I got to do other things. But at the same time, guys, I want you to think about what I'm saying. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me, but Ringo, man, that's not right, bro. You defending Diddy. I'm not defending Diddy, man. I'm defending truth. You guys should know that when I talk about things, I'm fair and balanced. I don't sugarcoat. You know? I'm not sugarcoating. Look, guys, I've said that Diddy is a monster. I've said that. Why I said that? Because of how the court of public opinion is shaping the situation. But at the same time, guys, I got to retract that statement. If he's a monster about anything, it's how he handled Cassie in the hall at the motel. That's the only thing that I can sincerely say that would make Diddy a monster. It's how he was dragging her around and abusing her at the hotel. That's it. You know what I mean? That's it. He's a monster in that regard. But I cannot just judge the man and say he's a monster because he want to have freak-off parties. I can't, because he didn't commit no crime. They said that this man is sex trafficking. They said that this man is doing this and that. Okay, prove it. Prove it. They have not brought nothing out yet. They're focused on Cassie, guys. Come on, man. And here's another thing. Cassie enjoyed the freak-offs. We're going to talk about that too. And here's another thing, guys. Here's another thing. Now watch this, guys. Y'all ready for this? Because I'm the only content creator talking about this. Y'all ready? Put a 1 in the chat if you're ready for this truth. Put a 1 in the chat if you're ready for this truth, because I'm the only content creator that talks about these things. Everybody else regurgitates what I talk about. And here's another thing, guys. If you go on other platforms, right? If you go on other platforms and you hear people regurgitating the things that I talk about, call them out on it and be like, why are you copying Ringo TV reactions? Now watch this, guys. If P. Diddy is a criminal or guilty for abusing Cassie at freak-offs, if Diddy is an abuser, then what about the male sex workers? Why they're not on trial? If Diddy is guilty of abusing Cassie, if he's guilty of this, why the male sex workers are not being charged? Now, for all of those out there that are not using logic, let me break this down. If I'm sexually abusing a woman in an abandoned warehouse, and I'm sexually abusing her and I had her there tied up for 3 days, and I call up a couple of my buddies and tell them, come on over so we can have fun with her. And I bring them over and they having fun with her and urinating in her mouth. And then I get arrested. You gonna tell me the other guys ain't getting arrested too? Come on. Guys, we have to use our brain. And unfortunately, many people are not. If these sex workers was urinating in Cassie's mouth. Why are we talking about R. Kelly P videos? Why? Why? I said why? See, there is a major double standard of hypocrisy going on. You guys would talk about R. Kelly urinating on some girl, and you would play these videos and you would talk about these videos, but yet you guys don't have a problem with male sex workers peeing in Cassie's mouth. Instead, you focused on Diddy, but no charges are being brought against the sex workers. So it's cool. I'm telling you, this world is full of hypocrites, guys. Anyway, we're going to talk about this more. And this is why I'm saying they're trying to shake down Chris Brown for money. A lot of artists are being shaken down for money and thrown in prison. Look, if we're going to throw Diddy in prison, right, it should have been done before Cassie got that settlement. Cassie was not pushing for Diddy to go to prison. She wanted money, guys. Come on now. And that's the problem. Let me see. Danetta, I believe your name is. Appreciate you for the support. You says, well, what about Diddy's crimes against humanity? What crimes against humanity? Again, look, respectfully, what crimes against humanity are you talking about? What crimes? What are you talking about? See, this is why social media is dangerous. Because social media will judge a person so much that you automatically believe he's a criminal for something that you don't even know and can't answer. You said, what about his crimes against humanity? What crimes? Answer that question. Answer the question. Answer it. I'm waiting. What crime against humanity? Because the only crime that I see is the so-called physical assault on Cassie. That's it. That's all I seen. I'm just being logical. You know? Allegations are not crimes. You got to prove things. Allegations are not crimes. This person said, what about Diddy's crimes against humanity? I'm waiting for her to respond. Where is she? You just gave a super chat. Please respond. Because if you can't answer that question, what this tells me is that you're just saying something because you're just saying whatever. That's sick. And I don't want to be a part of that. The way I'm handling this case right now, because here's the thing. At first, everybody believed that Diddy was a monster. I made videos about Diddy throwing him under the bus. I made a lot of videos about Diddy. But at this point, I can no longer have that position on how I was communicating via social media because there's a lot of information that came out regarding this case. And I'm like, wait a minute. What exactly are we doing here? What exactly are we doing to the diddler? What exactly? If there's anything that we have to focus on is the facts. What crime against humanity? Because he ain't do nothing to me. To say that he have a crime against humanity, that right there is very, very serious. And notice, guys, the person never came back. Do you see that? Where are you? Do you see how she disappeared, guys? Disappeared off the face of the earth. Can't respond. And that's the problem. People like that are putting men in prison. And at first, I'm like, they're going to put Diddy behind bars for life. I don't think he should be put behind bars for life. I retract my statements from my previous videos. I retract those statements. Based on what I'm seeing, this whole case is wicked at this point. I'm just calling it what it is, guys. You could get mad at me. You have that right. But I'm thinking logically. Logically speaking. You know what I mean? Okay, she responded again. She says, well, he was morally wrong with the sex trafficking. What do you mean sex trafficking? See, this is what I'm saying, guys. You're saying sex trafficking. That has not been proven. That has not been proven yet. What are you talking about? That has not been proven. Do you even know what sex trafficking mean? That has not been proven yet in court. I should have been an attorney or an investigator, because I don't think people using their brains. That has not been proven yet. They're busy talking about freak-offs. They have not even proven that there has been sex trafficking going on, guys. You understand? How many times have people had private parties and they hire strippers? How many times have women had what are those things called before you get married? What is that parties, man? I don't even know. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Those parties people be having, them freak-offs, and they hire strippers and whatnot. Bachelor party, I don't know what the hell it's called, man. But how many times people have had those parties where if it's women, they hire male strippers. And these guys come to the parties. These guys pull out their pipes. Women be entertained. Some women have fun with the guys. Johnson, they'll sing on his microphone. Women will literally, the guy will walk around the room and each woman would take a dab at giving him head. And they all having fun and they're entertained with the stripper. You see what I mean? So those are freak-offs. Is that sex trafficking? Come on, man. We gotta stop. We gotta stop playing. We gotta stop playing. Cassie was a willing participant at the freak-offs. Let's just call it what it is, guys. You know, let's just call it what it is. You know, we're crucifying people without evidence and facts. Again, the only thing that Diddy is guilty of as of today, based on facts, is the infamous beating of Cassie in the hall at the motel. And think about this, guys. Chris Brown beat Rihanna in a worse way. You see that? And yet, if I'm correct, I don't even think Rihanna got any money off of him. Did she? I don't recall. I wasn't following the case like that, but I don't think she got any money off of it. But think about this. Cassie got $20 million. Cassie received $20 million settlement. She wasn't pushing for Diddy to go to prison. She didn't take the stand for Diddy to go to prison. She just collected her money and left. So why are they using her now, guys? Come on, man. Please use your brain, guys. I know he's the diddler. I know he beat Cassie in the hallway. He's guilty of that. Yes, he's guilty of that. But freak-off parties, guys, that's not a criminal offense. I'm sorry. We're wasting our time. We're being distracted. I'm just being honest. It's entertaining. It's entertaining to talk about. Yes. It's entertaining to know who was there at the freak-offs, who was getting it on. It's entertainment. Yes. But what criminal activity was going on? That's the thing. We got to stick with the facts. So if we're going to put Diddy in prison for anything, it should be battery against, Cassie. I don't know if I mixed up the names between Cassie and Rihanna. I don't know. But my point is, that's the only thing that he did. But how could we put Diddy in prison for beating or abusing or assaulting Cassie when she already got a settlement for that, guys? Let's be fair. Let's be fair. Cassie should not even be in the court. According to the court of public opinion, all of you good folks in the audience should literally be in agreement. Cassie should not even be at the Diddy trial. Shame on you, Cassie, because you received a settlement of $20 million. The book was closed. You had every opportunity to put Diddy behind bars and push for that. So to be there on trial now is it's just despicable. It's sick. And I'm the only content creator that is calling it out. Yeah, and she came pregnant. But the thing is, guys, I told you, they brought Cassie on because she's pregnant. I told you guys this, man. You're not listening to me, man. I told you this. They're using her because if you see a pregnant woman at the court, it's going to affect the jurors. They're going to feel sorry for her. They're going to be, look at this mother, this pregnant woman. She was abused by Diddy. Diddy is such a horrible person. Let's put him behind bars. This woman got a $20 million settlement, man. The book was closed. Come on, man. Anyway, guys, I didn't even want to go on this long because we're going to be talking about similar stuff later on. This is supposed to be about Chris Brown, but we already talked about the Chris Brown situation. They're trying to extort him out of money, take some money from him, and pretty much cash in right now. So hopefully we'll hear another update from this situation. If those of you who join in, he was pretty much arrested in England, and it's over an alleged bottle tossing that happened 2 years ago, guys, in 2023. And somebody's basically trying to get money out of him. We already read it earlier. Somebody's trying to cash in. They want to take him to court and pretty much make him settle for whatever the case is due to some injuries that happened in 2023. The injuries already healed, allegedly, because I don't even know if it even happened, right? So, hey, we're going to talk about this thing more, guys. Again, this is the only platform, ladies and gentlemen, where you will get the best commentary about these stories. Nobody else does a better job. I'm fair. I'm balanced. If you're guilty, I'm gonna roast you. If you're guilty, we're gonna throw you under the bus. We're gonna have fun putting you under the tires. And like I said, guys, the diddler is a weirdo. Yes, he's a weirdo. We know that. He's an abuser of women. But the only woman that we got proof that he abused was Cassie. That's the only thing I've seen that I can say he's guilty of. Other than that, everything else is just allegations, guys. We got to be fair. We just can't be hoping for somebody to go to prison just because. We don't want to be like these guys that are hoping for Chris Brown to go to prison. Notice this. They said this is great news, and this is in regard to Chris Brown being arrested. If you go to the comment section, everybody is happy about it. They're saying, good, lock him up too. This is the problem with people. We all want everybody to be locked up. We want R. Kelly to be locked up. We want Chris Brown locked up. We want Diddy locked up. We want everybody locked up. And it seems like anybody that got money, we want them locked up. The thing that I want to know, ladies and gentlemen, is this. Are we jealous of people that got money? Are we jealous of celebrities and really want to see them crumble? Is it like a secret fetish where we want and pray for them to fall so we could feel good about our miserable lives? Because when I look at these comments, it tells me a lot about people. It tells me a lot of people out here really want to see you fall. And trust me, some of you good people in the audience have people just like this in your lives that are waiting for you to fall, guys. They're waiting for you to fall. And it's sad, man. Absolutely sad. There's people that are on your job waiting for you to be fired. They're constantly going to the supervisor talking about you. Hey, Mr. Robert, what's going on? You know Derek is back there stealing company time. I don't see him working. They're at your job doing that right now, guys. Snitching on you to the supervisors. Every day, sending emails, taking pictures of you crossing the street, going to the store, and they're saying that you did this during work hours. Be very careful out there, guys. We got a lot of haters. A lot of haters. They want to see Chris Brown burn. They want to see Diddy burn. Look, guys, Diddy's a weirdo. We know that. There's a lot of weirdos. A lot of people that might be viewing are weirdos. Some of you might be involved in weirdo stuff. We don't know. But the point is, if Diddy liked to have freak-off parties, it is what it is. How come they're not throwing all the people that attended the freak-offs under the bus? Why are we only focused on Diddy being the weirdo? Why they're not focusing on all of the attendees? Come on, man. We got to be real. If we're going to crucify Diddy, let's crucify everybody that attended the Diddy parties. Let's crucify everybody. Let's throw them all under the bus. They're all weirdos, right? Let's do that. But let's not keep dragging a man that didn't really commit no crime. You understand what I'm saying? It's entertaining. Don't get me wrong. It is entertaining talking about these freak-off parties and the Diddy oil and all that stuff. It's entertaining. But my thing is this, guys. This is a real trial, which is going to have real consequences. If Diddy committed any crime that we know of today, it's him abusing Cassie while at the hotel, right? But now, is the trial about that? No, the trial is not about that, because Cassie received her settlement already for that, guys. So it's wrong that they're bringing her on the stand to talk about this. It's wrong. It's morally wrong, because she received a $20 million settlement. Notice, remember when she first received the settlement, they never told us what she got. They never told us what Cassie got. How come? They kept it under wraps till now. Why? Because she wasn't supposed to talk. She wasn't supposed to talk about the case. So why is she talking now? I tell you, man, this is sick, man. Absolutely sick, guys. But anyway, man, we're going to talk about this more later on. We're going to give you more updates about the Chris Brown situation as the news come out down the pipeline on the news desk. And we got to talk about the infamous video of the Diddy beating with Cassie. And we're going to talk more about Cassie. Cassie is not innocent, guys. We're no longer looking at Cassie as a victim on Ringo TV reactions. Cassie is no more a victim. Cassie is an opportunist. Cassie is playing the victim. Cassie is not a good woman. This woman want to come to court with a pregnant belly after receiving $20 million. Woman, you should be sitting your tail down, taking care of your kids, rather than being on trial after you received $20 million to shut your mouth. You received $20 million to shut up. You made an agreement with Diddy. And now you taking the stand? Come on, man. This world is evil, guys. This world is evil. I don't care what nobody say. This is morally wrong. Nobody should be taking Cassie serious at this point. Because if she wanted the diddler in prison for the infamous hotel beating, she could have did that when she brought the lawsuit against Diddy. Instead, she took the money. She wasn't pushing for him to go to prison. So why is she on the stand now, guys? Come on, y'all. I know a lot of you ladies especially been riding with Cassie, but you got to look at this thing logically. I'm the only platform that is able to make you see. And some of you are literally considering a change of heart because you're like, damn, Ringo, you making valid points, dog. For real, for real. You're making good points, sir. You right. If she received a $20 million settlement and the case was closed, why is she on the stand talking about freak-offs and what Diddy did to her? We didn't hear that information when she was suing Diddy. When they brought the lawsuit against Diddy, she didn't bring that out. They didn't tell us all this info. So why it's being done now? Because they're trying to send Diddy to prison for life, guys. Remember, Diddy didn't take the plea deal. And the feds have a conviction rate of 98%. So what are they trying to do to the diddler? Put him behind bars for life. And it's going to be due to our helping. So in essence, we're helping to put Sean Diddy Combs behind bars for life, guys. Again, do I believe that Diddy should be serving time in prison? If anything, it's due to the abuse he did on Cassie. But how could we want him to go to prison when Cassie settled out of court, guys? If she settled out of court, it's over. It's over. We can no longer look at it no more. It's over. She already got the settlement. You understand? Well, he's guilty for domestic violence, but that's it. But here's the thing, guys. I don't think people listening. He's guilty of domestic violence, but she got a settlement, y'all. Are y'all forgetting these things? She got a settlement, so the case is closed. You can't reopen it and say, well, now I want him to go to prison. Okay, give me back my money. Give me back my money. If I already done gave you $20 million, What do you want now? Now you trying to end my life? Come on, y'all. And I'm pretty sure Diddy want to put that information out there, but nobody's speaking on behalf of him because, again, the industry is satanic and they are going to try to put him in prison for life. I believe he's going to serve life in prison. I believe that. I believe they're going to put Diddy behind bars for life. But what I'm saying and how I'm moving forward with this case, with the Diddy case, is that I believe that he's targeted at this point. I believe that he's a targeted man for various reasons. I don't know. And they're doing their best to put him away for life. Just like they tried with many other men. You saw them try to do this with Jay-Z and it failed. This is an attempt to just throw another black man behind bars. And again, guys, I'm not defending Diddy in terms of what he did to Cassie. What I am somewhat defending is the truth. If you're going to crucify Diddy, have facts. What crime did he commit? That's all I'm asking, man. Damn it. What crime? What's the crime? Don't tell me domestic violence on Cassie. Don't tell me that. She got a settlement already. She got a settlement due to that. She wasn't pushing for him to go to prison. At no point was Cassie saying, put him in prison for beating me. She wasn't doing that. She wanted money. She wanted money and she got it. So why they got this pregnant woman on the stand? And man, I'm going to save the rest for later, guys, because I'm going to go on for another few minutes and I don't want to. I got to get something to eat, right? So that being said, guys, y'all have a blessed day. Have a blessed lunch. Stay safe, guys. Appreciate everybody tuning in, man. Without you guys, there's no show. You understand? Without you guys tuning in to Ringo TV Reactions, I can't really do the show, guys. So I really appreciate all of you rocking with the show, supporting the work that we do here. It's very encouraging. It keeps me going. We're going to get really, really serious with the content moving forward. But I want you all to have a blessed day. We're going to keep you posted with a lot of news. There's a lot of stories I got to cover, guys. It's overwhelming with the amount of work I got to do, man. But we're gonna definitely get to the content. So y'all have a blessed day. Drive safe if you're on the road. Don't let nobody take you off your square. Don't let nobody get you angry. Don't let nobody steal your joy. You got haters out here, but don't give them no attention, guys. Don't give your haters any attention. Just keep winning, keep growing. Live your life, guys. Live your life, man. If there's anything you got to do today, guys, is live your life. Don't be intimidated by people. Live your life, man. If you're doing well, if you're doing good, if you got a nice car, if you're just live your life, man, and stop worrying about people, man. Live it. You know what I'm saying? Be you. Don't be afraid to go outside. Don't be afraid to drive your nice car. Don't be afraid to be who you are just because other people are intimidated by your life, your family, your success. You know, just be you, man. Some of you are the star of the show. Some of you are that kind of person. You can't help it. You're not trying to be the star, but some of you are the star of the show. You're the talk of the town. And it is what it is. Live your life and don't let nobody hold you back. That being said, rate, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you later on the next show. Ringo TV Reactions salute you. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Ringo TV Reactions, the best reactionary channel on YouTube since 2006 till now. You have a blessed day. I'm out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $RingoTVRaw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at RingoTVRaw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube, bringing you the truth, 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.